Just remember one thing, that in this world, no matter how much good you do or give, people will never take account of the good things you do. Okay? They only take account of the bad things you've done or said. Okay? Whoever is standing up judging people for whatever flaws they have, and if God was to be judging people for flaws, who is going to stand? No one in this world is made perfect, and no one in this world deserve to be treated bad, like they're so bad. Some people don't know how to express love just only by saying it. Okay? There are some people that express love without saying it. So you're gonna have those two type of class of people, because not everything is gonna come out the way you want it to be coming out. There's sometimes you only could give limitations, and you only could do but so much to protect your own family. But at times you're gonna need other people's help because of the situation that's going on today. You know, one thing I know for sure, that I was never in need of nothing, and I never have to ask for nothing. But thank God for my own kids that has looked out for me, the ones who has had looked out for me, that has been there. Because to be honest, at the end, we all going to be needing each other. You know what I mean? It's not easy to survive in this world, and especially on these last days. It is not necessary at all with disrespecting one another either way, mother to son or son to mother or daughter, however it happens. Yes, I understand we all going living in the edge, because we do have anxieties, and we have, stuff that we do worry about. But you don't have to lash on out on other people and hurt other people because you feeling some type of way, you know. So when you practice, it becomes better. But just because you lash out does not mean that you cannot be forgiven, or does not mean that you're the worst human being on earth. Okay? Because people are doing way worse than what we are. And at times, there's some people that they get so angry that they just go ahead and physically beat up on other people. Just be grateful that. And the most thing that I have to practice, that I'm focusing the most right now, is obedience. Why? Because when Jesus was in heaven, he was made perfect. But when he took human form, he had to learn obedience. And he taught others how to be obedient to his heavenly Father. Okay? Because of this, we have an opportunity to become righteous and to endure to become this quality. Okay? This quality, and to become hard workers and never tire out. Okay? Why? Because if we continue putting up with one another, we'll have ways to express love for one another in the correct way we need to be expressing them. Arguing and screaming and disrespect, being grateful for whatever good you have right now, whatever things that God allows, it's what we should be learning to be appreciating. Because not everyone has opportunity to fix their life with a helping hand. Okay, I might not have a lot to offer. I might not have a great paying job. I might not have $10,000 sitting in my bank account, but I have love and I have kindness and I do care. That's priceless. Okay, but when my turn comes, that I get adjusted and live a normal life again, not living in isolation because of my health situation, that I could jeopardize my health, things will be better then. But when people always antagonizing you, or try to make you feel like you're so low that you cannot do for yourself, it does not make a person feel better. And one thing I also learned, never ever, never ever put down anyone who's in need, or is feeling sad in spirit, or is broken at heart. You never ever try to bring a person down because you are no better than no one. It doesn't matter if you're standing by a rich millionaire. You're still a human being and you're still gonna die. So it's very important that you treat each other with loving kindness and put that into practice, even though some who don't deserve it. Sometimes you could be loving and kind to someone, and the next minute they're over here insulting you and cursing you out for no reason. You know? Sometimes you have to overcome and learn to ignore ignorance. But sometimes it's hard to ignore ignorance when you have to be witnessing where it's coming from or where it came from. You know? There was always a saying in the phrase that one hand washes the other. And maybe because, I do come from a broken family, I am the way I am. Sometimes I behave overprotective. Sometimes I try to keep my family together. And there's moments I wish that we could have a meeting twice a week, but I can't. I don't have that right now. I don't have my mother. I don't have my father. I don't have grandparents or auntie or uncles that I could run and ask for protection, I had to face this world at 19 years old by myself, knowing that I was alone. The only people I do have is my own children. That's my family right there, my own kids. Other than that, I could honestly say I don't have people that actually care and love me. So, with that said, why not try to entice happiness? Seek for happiness and seek whatever is good in each individual person. Why? We all running in a race for life. You understand? We all are trying to endure the things that hurt us the most and continue focusing on the prize ahead. All right? Without organized family or without love family or someone actually taking a lead in a way that it's going to be peaceful, who's going to help you? If each one of you have your own parents, okay, fine. Let the parents do their part. But does not mean you have to tear anyone apart. Okay? It's not necessary to tear other people just because you have you have some disagreement, or you feel like a person is not following whatever beliefs that you are following, or they're not doing whatever you're doing. See, you cannot force people to catch up or play the catch up game, or others can force you to do stuff with them and whatever beliefs they're doing. At the end of it all, okay, only one person is allowed to judge. It's the one who actually wake you up every day, every morning, and tell you you are alive, you're awake, come do your duties and do what you got to do. Okay? I am fine with living with my family, and I'm also fine with living without my family. At the end, like I said, a helping hand does not always come by. Is the reason why I will always put on a fight. I will work hard into getting better and not constantly making mistakes, trying to look out for whatever things are good in everyone, due to the fact that it's so much bad around us and we all are hungry for what is good. No one's perfect. Do not expect perfection from someone. And if anyone who believes that God is only out for the good people only and for perfection, think again. And if anyone who believes that because you're bad you're going to hell, I don't want to hear about it. It's not true. Why? Because the God that I serve, the God that I love, the God who I'm learning now, who I'm trying to get close to, is a God of love. He's a God of love, the God of patience, the God of faithfulness, the God of understanding, the God of gracious, the God of all honor, the God that made everything alive and exist because of him. You will not put your child in a burning furnace, would you? If your child made mistakes, or your child is seeking for truth, or your child is praying for acceptance, or whatever it's doing, you're not going to punish it. If anything, you're going to correct it with loving kindness, you know? And at the end of it all, we all have to put a part in everything we do. Okay? I didn't ask to be here, but I'm here. I wanted to share one scripture. It's my last video. And it's on Hebrews chapter 11, verse 35 through 38. It says that do not therefore throw away your freeness of speech, which has a great reward to be paid it. For you have need of endurance, in order that after you have done the will of God, you may receive the fulfillment of the promise. For yet a very little while, and he who is coming will arrive and will not delay. But my righteous one will live by reasons of faith, and if he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him. Now, we are not the sort that will shrink back to destruction, but the sort to have faith to the preserving alive of the soul. And that was in Hebrew 10, verse 38 and 39 that I just finished reading. There goes to show that we as people, we don't stop the fight. We don't give up to do what's right. No matter how many times you fall, you continue fighting. You will eventually have full control of everything if you do not stop fighting for what's right, you know? And I know one thing, that Satan does not want no one to succeed. And those are facts. Satan likes to keep people in a position that they're not going to win. He makes them feel that way. He likes to separate you from your family. He likes to make you feel like you're not worthy. And that's Satan doing that. I always said, I will not worry about whatever things I need or whatever things my kids need. I will never worry. I will pray about it and leave it in Jehovah's hands. Because if you really think about it, when Mary was giving birth to Jesus, she gave birth to him in a barn. It was not a hospital. It was not a home. It was outside in a barn with other animals. And I don't think she really wanted to do that. And I don't think she had much of a choice, you know. But if Jesus was treasured and raised up to love Jehovah God and be an upright man by his own mother, what makes you think that you cannot do the same with your children? Because if you put his interest first, everything will be added. And God knows that I do need things to be added, but I am okay with whatever I have now. And he knows where he is needed most, in whose lives, in my life, in my children's life, and those who are suffering or worried. I'm hoping that you have some kind of understanding about what I shared. And if you need me to share about something different, please leave a comment. Thank you. Bye.